So currently working as a technical program associate, running sprints and running small projects for the organization's cybersecurity team. He has no certifications, but it's been in IT for 8 years. Sometimes he struggles with security lingo. Would you recommend getting a project certification or a cybersecurity cert first? So this is going to be up to you and where you think you need the biggest boost in your career. It sounds like you've got a handle on the project stuff so far. Now, the project cert is going to be helpful because you're going to learn techniques and tools and how to create reports and dashboards and all that stuff. But you're already doing that in your job, and it seems like you're doing okay with that. It sounds like your bigger issue is you're not as familiar with the terms. And so when you go into that room and you have a bunch of cybersecurity people and they're throwing out terms like IDS and IPS and HIDS and MAC filtering and things like that, you're like, what's going on? And I've had that problem before in other places I've gone. When I went to a new job in the military, for instance, I went and started working with the Army, and they speak different than the Navy. And so I didn't know the terms, and I would sit in the meeting and I would get lost because they're all throwing out acronyms that I didn't understand. And what I would do is in my notebook, I would write down the words I didn't understand. Or if you really want to show people that you don't know what you're talking about, go, excuse me, what does MOU mean? And you can ask those questions in the meeting. But generally, if I had somebody next to me, I could be, hey, what does that mean? And they would tell me. But if you're really struggling with a lot of cybersecurity lingo, what I would recommend is go through Security Plus. And even if you don't get the certification, by going through that course, you're going to be introduced to all the terms. The other thing I would probably recommend is if you don't want to go to Security Plus yet because you're not strong enough in IT, but if you're brand new, for other people who are brand new to this world and you're trying to just get some introduction to the language, we just came out with a new course for a new certification by LPI, which is the Linux Professional Institute. It's called Security Essentials. And essentially, it's a baby Security Plus. It's about 40% maybe of Security Plus content, but it will give you a good introduction of what is a firewall? How do you maintain privacy? What is anonymity? How does cookie tracking work? And how do ads track you across the internet and things like that? And that would give you a good introduction. The reason I bring that course up is because it is a shorter course. It's only about 10 hours. Security Plus is about 20, 25 hours, somewhere around there. It's more in depth. And also the cost is a lot less on Security Essentials. Security Essentials, I think, runs around $105 on our website, and it's $125 direct from LPI, and that's for the exam. The course you can get over on Udemy for about 10 to 15 bucks if you go to diontraining.com/Udemy, and I'll make sure Christina throws that into chat so you have that link as well. And you may want to go through that first because it'll bring you up to speed on the terms. And like I said, even if you don't get the certification, just going through the training will introduce you to all those terms, and that'll really help. But that's probably where I would start because you're feeling lost based on the language. And this goes for anybody else working in any other area, right? Let's say I took Justin, I said, hey, you're a program manager or a project manager, and you've been doing this in the IT world for 10 years, but now I want you to go help me in an accounting project or an audit that has to do with tax and accounting and law. You may not know the terms in that world, but you can still run the project. And so you'd probably want to go take a quick course of 5-10 hours or something like that to be introduced to the terms, to learn the lingo. And that way you can be more effective in that soft skill communication with those people. Because if you could speak like them, they're going to respect you more than if you start going, what's an IDS? That's an intrusion detection system. That's something that's going to detect if people are trying to break into our network. I get it now. And those are the kind of things you want to make sure you're looking at. And just gain that little bit of knowledge will really help you out. Go ahead, Reed.
You go to the CompTIA website and you download the objectives for the Security Plus exam. There is an acronym list at the bottom of that page. So what I personally would do, I would take a highlighter and I would highlight everything I don't know. And then I would create definitions or plug it into ChatGPT or whatever for the things that I'm really uncomfortable with. And then I might make flashcards, physical flashcards, and go through them. So if you're really concerned about the actual acronyms that you potentially don't know, that's what I would do personally for an immediate impact.